Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back again with another YouTube video, and today I'm gonna give you a whole video, but before that I wanna wish everyone a happy Christmas and a good holiday season, yeah, it's gonna be a whole video today, and I hope everyone stays safe and are doing well. And today it's gonna be an Instocktrades video. I've been ordering Instocktrades packages for a while during this fall, but it's taking forever for them to ship here to Sweden. But yeah, I'm not worried about that. They do show up whenever they do. And I have added a few books from Book Depository in this haul as well. And I've been working quite a lot of overtime, and I decided to treat myself to these books because of it. So enough about that, let's get into this haul. And first off, let's talk about a manga. I think you might know what type of manga it might be, and of course it's Hellsing Volume 2. And in this volume I think we're gonna see undead armies of Nazi zombies. Who doesn't like that? And then you have the Hellsing organization being under siege by them, and you have the Vatican that's trying to take the opportunity with this chaos going on to get rid of Hellsing, I guess. I think that sums this book up. I read the blurb on the back, so something like that, which sounds freaking interesting. And I love the design of these books. They are thick, heavy books, but they do look stunning, as you can see. And then we have a few trade paperbacks, and the first one is going to be a Marvel trade paperback, and that is Deadpool by Daniel Way, Volume 3. And in this one, Deadpool is going into space to increase his intergalactic credibility, or street cred. And that's basically it, I think. I stopped reading after that because it sounds outrageous and ridiculous in true Deadpool fashion, I guess. And it's gonna be very fun to read this. So this is gonna be my Christmas reading, I think. Here's a sample page of Deadpool, the complete collection by Daniel Way, Volume 3. And continuing with some of the trade paperbacks I have, I've been starting to get more and more interested in a certain publisher, other than DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse. And one of those publishers is Aftershock. So I decided to get Garth Ennis's and Goran Sudzuka's I Walk Through Hell, which is supposed to be what I think is a sort of psychological thriller, a horror maybe, where two FBI agents go into a warehouse and yeah, they get lost in a way. So two other agents gets sent there to figure out what happened. So this has been a book that I've been having on my radar for a long time, and decided to now was the time to get it. So this is gonna be freaking interesting to read. Just an example of Goran Sudzuka's artwork for A Walk Through Hell. And continuing in that vein, another Aftershock comic. It's The Lost City Explorers by Zach Kaplan. And I've read one of his stories before, and that is Eclipse. I've read the first 3 volumes. I might continue that one later on, but this one is a one-off so far. So it's a 5-issue miniseries about this group of young kids going into the subway's network and tunnel system to try and find one of the kids' parents, who is an archaeologist. And it says something about Atlantis here as well. So maybe we get to find out that Atlantis has been under Manhattan all along. And here is some of the artwork in Lost City Explorers. And another Aftershock comic that I've been eyeing for a while is Insects. And this one was a recommendation from, I think it was Omnidog Vault, that channel that everyone knows basically. I watched one of his Aftershock videos, and I think he recommended this one, and he had the hardcover. I've decided to keep my collection of Aftershock comics in this trade paperback format, so I can have the same size of everything. It's hard to collect when everything is in a different size from the same publisher when it comes to the hardcovers. So I decided to keep this simple, trade paperbacks only, and then just enjoy the story for what it is. And this one, it takes place in what I think is Victorian England, and you have these two ladies that discovers that they have this dark power or mutation, whatever it is, and they get yeah, something happens, and this has been going on for a while, so there are a few more trade paperbacks after this one, so I might go on and pick the rest of it up if I enjoy the first volume, which is gonna be started soon, next year. And here's an example of the artwork in Insects. And then I have another series, but this time it's from Image, and once again I've been watching Omnidog's Vault videos, and I think in one of the videos from a while ago, a long time ago I guess, he talked about Rocket Girl, and when he talked about it, he said he enjoyed it quite a lot, and this is basically a time travel story in a way. And I think he said that there's some time crime, so I'm thinking Time Cop and maybe Rocketeer in a way. So I got volume 2 as well, and the artwork in this one sounds or looks quite interesting. And next we have a comic book that I wasn't planning on getting. I thought they were gonna release a trade paperback, so I decided to just pass on it for now, because I was hoping for maybe a oversized hardcover in the future. But when I got to my LCS, I saw that they had gotten in Adventure Man. This is basically a library edition, much like the size of the Hellboy library editions, and it's this European wide format, but it's a bit taller than the regular European sized format. So it's a mix between the Rick Remender premium or premier hardcovers and the library edition of the Hellboys. So yeah, this looks freaking awesome, and the binding is flawless. As you can see, it's freaking beautiful. And this is a sort of continuation, as I gather, from a series from a while back, but they changed the title character, and yeah, it sounds and looks like a pretty cool adventure with a mother and a son. I'm pretty thrilled to have this, and yeah, I've been asked to do a review video for this. I might do that when I come back from Christmas vacation. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun read. And next I have a omnibus from Marvel. It's been a while since I picked up anything from Marvel, I think. And yeah, it's Punisher Max by Garth Ennis. I have volume 1 back there, and I have also gotten Jason Aaron's, but I seem to be missing volume 2 of the series. I've read volume 1 and I loved it, so I'm thrilled to have this one, and I'm very excited to continue this series. I will probably reread Punisher volume 1 before I start diving into this one. And one thing that I do love from Netflix is the Punisher series, and I'm just sad that they won't continue that, and Disney Plus will definitely not continue the Punisher, and maybe they will through Hulu, you never know. And yeah, but in this one you get the Barracuda, Man of Stone, Widowmaker, Long Cold Dark, Valley Forge, among others. So you get a lot of issues here, about 30 or so issues, and yeah, and a miniseries as well, plus a one-shot. So there's a lot of material in this book, and yeah, I'm keeping it in the cellophane until I've decided to start reading it, yeah. And next I have a omnibus that I have to give my buddy Highland G credit, because he found this book depository error, I think, and I took advantage of it. I decided to wing it and see if they would honor the price that they had put onto it, because it was billed as a oversized hardcover, so maybe they thought it was like the complete collection just in hardcover format, so they billed it as like a 30 or 28 pound, I think, 28 pound book, which converts into about $34, and they honored it. And the book I'm talking about is, of course, the Batman Road to No Man's Land omnibus. This is a thick book, but one thing that I am not pleased with when it comes to book depository, it's their packaging of heavy books. It seems that every time I order an omnibus from them, they just drop it into a carton and add some bubble wrap on top of it and then send it on its way, hoping to the packaging gods that it will arrive safely. Luckily this time around it wasn't as bad as my omnibus of Animal Man by Jeff Lemire, but yeah, it's got visible dings and cracks on the edges and on the corners, but I can live with that for the price that I've paid for it, so I'm not gonna complain more than I have already done. And next we have a oversized hardcover from Image, and I've enjoyed the series in the first volume, and I'm looking to see if it continues in the same fashion with volume 2, and that is Paper Girls volume 2. And I love how shiny this book is. I love the holofoil and the design of these books, and I can't wait to get volume 3 as well. Cliff Chang's artwork is some of the best out there, coupled with the pastel colorings that has been through volume 1, and I can't wait to see what this will bring to the series going into volume 3 later on. Okay, the next book I have here is a Walking Dead book, and that is Walking Dead the Alien, the oversized hardcover one-shot. I am very intrigued by this one because it's not Robert Kirkman writing it, it's Brian K. Vaughan. And the story behind this one is that when Robert Kirkman asked Brian K. Vaughan and Marcus Martin if he could publish The Private Eye, which was only meant to be a digital release through their website, where you could either read it for free or read it and donate or pay whatever you want. They have this model that has been working for them. In return for Robert Kirkman to publish that, which was only meant to be a digital comic, Brian and Marcos asked to write a one-shot to publish on their website, and that was The Alien, The Walking Dead, The Alien. And this is actually taking place somewhere else, not in the US. It takes place in Barcelona, Spain, and I think the main character is relative to Rick Grimes, but I might be wrong there. I haven't read this yet. And yeah, the story here is that you could buy this for whatever you felt it was worth through their website. Now Robert Kirkman has decided to release it in this oversized hardcover format, which I love. So if you're interested in this series but don't want to pay for the oversized hardcover or the one-shot single issue, you could always give it a try through Panel Syndicate, their website, and read it digitally. I suggest you do. Support the creators. And then we have the third to last book in this whole video, and it's another Image oversized hardcover, and that is The Black Road by Brian Wood and Gary Brown. These two paired up through Dark Horse and the series The Ninth Wave. No, The Massive. Sorry about that. They paired up in The Massive, and I have always been fascinated by the Viking era, and I've read some of the Northlander trade paperbacks, and I've always found those stories gripping and well written, and so I'm very excited to try this one out. And it's this hardcover and that's it. It's not gonna be another one after this. And it takes place during the church's missions up to the northern parts of Europe and Sweden, Denmark, Norway, where they try to convert the pagans, or they kind of try to rid the pagan religions. And they hire this ex-warrior, Viking warrior, to protect one of their envoys. And yeah, something goes wrong. This warrior can't protect this envoy, and he discovers something deeper and darker. That's how it's built. And I am very excited to start reading this, because Brian Wood can write a mystery and a conspiracy. And the next one I have here is Brian Michael Bendis book, Drink. And yeah, it's Scarlet, the absolute Scarlet. The reason I got this is mostly because of Alex Maleev's artwork. Because yeah, I am a big fan of his art, and who can deny oneself a beautiful, put together, oversized hardcover with his artwork. And here is an example. I'm super excited to have this. It's I think it's a 10-issue miniseries, but yeah, this is gonna be a fun, interesting read. I think it's about activism, and this Scarlet starts a movement. I think it might be about banking and stuff like that, and maybe things goes out of control. And the last book that I have is one that I was eyeing for a while but didn't pull the trigger on, and that is, yeah, Batman the Black Mirror. I had to show this cover, it's iconic. And yeah, it's absolute Batman Black Mirror by Jock and Snyder. The artwork in this series is stunning, and I always want oversized artwork when it comes to Jock's art. So whenever I can, I tend to get his artwork in oversized. So this is one that I've wanted for a while, and it got out of stock at Instocktrades, so I got it through Book Depository, and I think it's some kind of out of stock there as well, so it might be hard to find. Happy holidays to me. And those are the books that I picked up this time around. I hope you are staying safe, you're all well, and you get to celebrate the holidays with friends and family in whatever way is possible. And until next time, I hope you are well, and read what you like, get what you like, and see you around. Bye bye.